Judge, grant him bail.
I'm your only hope of you getting your sister back.
If we don't do something now, he'll become a bigger monster than his father.
We're getting ready to take over Queens.
You're gonna ruin everything we worked so hard for.
Someone who has access to you is framing you.
You gotta be sure.
Everything I did was to protect you. You're playing a dangerous game.
Power Book 2 Ghost, episode 7. We got a lot of answers in this thing. We got answers that some of them we already knew. Mecca was in the military. Keno is dead. His right-hand man's working with Lorenzo. There was a team up between Lorenzo's people and Mecca's people, all because Mecca is trying to squeeze Monet. This was a good one, and we're going to break this thing down right now. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Follow me on the Life Gains podcast as well as IG. This week, so many of you sent me those stories on IG about the leaks. Tried my best to get as many of them out as I can. And I was going to go live with my wife today, but we got snowed in North Carolina. And when we get snow here, it shuts down. So maybe she'll be back with me next week. Let's go ahead and dive into it. They break into the crib, shoot Keno with his damn girlfriend, and we see Drew do it. Drew is getting more and more sinister, and Keno is looking at them like, what the fuck? The fuck, man? What y'all doing? Daddy's like, bruh, sorry, Dad, boom. And he already had a back-end deal with Keno's right-hand man. Remember I told you guys last week, did you see the way Keno's right-hand man was looking at Drew? And look how easy he went against his man. But that doesn't bode well, my people, for Lorenzo. If he was willing to just disappear on Keno just like that, what the hell makes you think he won't do it to you? But I digress. Keep that for when next season come out. Drew goes over to the girlfriend and is like, look, you ain't seen nothing. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, there ain't no way in hell you about to let this girl survive, Drew. You got too much of a heart. And sure enough, as I'm thinking that's about to happen, bam. Daddy turns around and shoots the girl in the chest, tells him no loose ends. You guys know good and damn well that girl was going to say something. Everybody that has been a loose end throughout the history of power winds up coming back 2-3 seasons later to be an issue. And I guess the writer said, we don't need an issue with this chick. So Daddy showed you that he's a killer. No loose ends. Which is one of the highlights of this whole episode. No damn loose ends. Then, next clip, we get my homegirl from New York undercover. Her name's Evelyn up here. Her husband was Frank. And she just pops up in the bar to tell Monet, look, man, the game done took him. Last time I heard from him, he was coming to see yo ass. And Monet tries to give her a breakdown of how the game worked. And I keep telling y'all how this game worked. But y'all don't want to hear it. My females out there, the only thing the females worried about is Diana popping her neck a little too hard. Forget the game when it comes to a daughter popping their neck at their mama. The game don't matter then, do it, ladies. Well, in this situation, Evelyn comes through to just let Monet know, her feelings is hurt. She done lost her man, and she's worried about Monet and what's going to happen with her kids and Lorenzo on the street. So you know what Monet did? Monet actually showed a heart, which you ain't supposed to do. And she gave Evelyn, a mother who's lost some people in these streets, a wad of money, people. And I'm telling y'all, that's Davis McClain money, Monet. What the hell are you doing giving her some money? Now, I'm glad you gave it to her. I love to see this character on screen. I loved her in New York Undercover, and I like her right now. She aged well. But Monet, you just gave this woman what looks to be maybe 250 stacks. That is money you could have used for your own goods. But you know what? I'm glad you showed heart for another mother who's in these streets and done took a hit. Comment below if you think she should have kept the money and said the hell with Evelyn. Then we get Reek, Sax, Davis McClain, all in the church, just like I told you guys from the trailer breakdown. And they just got footage of what happened tonight. Detective Ramirez was killed. And at this point, Davis is just trying to get Reek to rat on Kane. Reek ain't trying to do that shit, Davis. What the hell, man? Reek don't want to rat. And at the end of the day, everybody done figured out whoever killed Ramirez also has something to do with Tariq as well as Jabari. So you know what they want him to do? Of course. They want him to snitch on Kane. But as Tariq is trying to let him know he's not going to snitch, Cooper Sack starts getting antsy. And at that point in time, Davis McClain had this look on his face like, I know what the hell is going on here. But Cooper Sacks is still in the dark. So I'm going to send his ass out for a quick minute, and then I'm going to recoup with Reek, because Davis McClain fully knows that Kane is behind all this. He knows it. He knows in that moment it's Kane. So he sends Reek out, he regroups with Cooper, and they're going to get this thing going later on. Then we get Lorenzo talking to Monet. And here we go again with Monet and her behavior. Monet is trying to get out the game. Monet is trying to use her son/nephew as a retirement plan. But y'all still hear females berating me because Diana snapped her neck and y'all talking about order, respect. What kind of respect is it that Monet wants to live off of her nephew that she's holding a severe human lie to? I still can't get over how y'all going to get mad over that one icing on the cake when the cake itself is still bad, which is Monet. But in any event, Lorenzo Tejada is like he ain't living off no man because she wants out this game. He wants back in the game. And he's like, I'm not living off no another man. And Monet, she really want out this thing. But as Lorenzo was saying this, and I've been caking up for Lorenzo, at the end of the day, people, think about life in general. Everybody is living off of another man in some degree. And let me explain to you what I mean. In the case of power, Lorenzo's new connect is getting ready to be Mecca. You take that connect away, who's he living off of? Nobody. So he's about to be living off his connect. That's another man. Okay? Monet Tejada. She's about to be living off who? Zeke. Living off another man. If you are in business for yourself, a business owner, your business thrives off the money that somebody brings to your business in exchange for your service or your product. You, in essence, living off another man. At some point in time, we all are doing that. So as he's saying that, I wish he would have said something like, I would rather be my own man. I want to live off being my own man. But at the end of the day, the secret that he doesn't know is that realistically, Monet's oldest child is Sweet Zeke. And what the hell is he going to do when he finds out this secret? This is good. This family's already in tatters, almost torn apart. It's going to be real torn apart when that happens. Reek meets up with his boy Braden, who went and got that book. And it's pretty much what me and Larry, the living legend, said way before we even knew about this, that it was somebody in blackface. The blackface just happens to be Sweeney being blackface OJ. And ladies and gentlemen, you at a party. This didn't happen in the 70s, okay? This ain't happened in the 60s when it was cool. In order for him to be blackface OJ with Brayton's daddy as Nicole under his arm, you would have to have done this post 1995. Hell no, you can't be no Democrat candidate post 1995 in blackface, bruh. Oh, hell no. I see exactly how and why Tariq made that face when he first seen it. And I see exactly how this is going to get Tate in good. But the problem is Braden doesn't want his daddy to be in it. And I don't know how you make that happen. Because in order to make the full picture of what's going on, you're going to have the daddy in it as White Nicole. And no sooner than we get to the next clip, we see Tate talking to Tariq, saying, Tariq, I don't give a damn what your issues are with Braden. The best decision for you is to not go to jail. And you need to be there for your sister. I'm here to help you with your sister. So I don't care what your problem is with Braden, little niggas, you gonna help me or not. And I love how Tate goes in almost like he's psycho a little bit. He switches optics. He goes from being psycho to not being psycho. And Tariq is like, okay, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I don't want you to hurt Braden, but if he's got to fall, he's going to have to fall. Then we get to these conical studies, and I've enjoyed this whole season being in this class with these little psychological discussions that they're having, and this was no different. But when they open up this scene, you got Professor Addiction looking at Tariq like, how in the hell did a judge give him bail? Well, Professor Addiction, a lot of us want to know, how in the hell is you able to keep taking all these penises? And Professor Tate gives an answer to both of them. I don't know. Stuff happens. It sounds like Zeke over there. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. And they're discussing in this class, should people be able to make decisions for others without consent? And I show Brashonda because I love this girl in this role. She is doing such a great job. And later on, I got jokes for her in this same episode, but it's good jokes. It ain't bad jokes. And Tariq is just sitting back there looking at Professor Carey like, you 10-dick bitch. I know all your business, and you got the nerve to be sitting up here looking at me like I'm just the only one who's keeping secrets around here. And as they're having those discussions, Lauren, who is back there heated up, made a little comment, professor sleeping with student, professor sleeping with, and Carrie's like, what'd you say, Lauren? Lauren ain't say it. Lauren's just biding her time, waiting to say something. But the discussions they be having in this class be fire. And as they leave out of class, Tariq is following Lauren because something was revealed in the class that Tariq didn't know. That the police came and searched Lauren's room and she had drugs in it, and Lauren didn't tell him. And he's upset or acting concerned because he wanted to be concerned for her because, you know, this is information he need to know because it could directly be pointing to someone dealing with him, which is not. And Lauren's like, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to be bothered with it. And then she's chastising Tariq on, look, you ain't tell me everything. And of course, Tariq gives her the same argument that men have been using since the sun started spinning. I did it to protect you. They tell you that shit in the government. They don't tell the American people stuff because they trying to protect us. I'm on the mindset of, you tell me and let me protect my damn self. Don't be trying to protect me from something. Let me protect my I want all the information. And as that's happening, Professor Addiction, my bad, I forgot. Her new name is Professor Follow the Drip, is nosy as hell looking at everything. And we learn later why she's looking at everything. We don't know it right now in this moment. But we learn in this episode why the hell she's got this look on her face trying to figure out what Lauren is up to. Because Professor Carey, she's dirty. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. We can say she's afraid for her life. We can say she's sexually frustrated. We can say them panty drawers is thumping. We can say they so wet that they causing tears in the fabric of the underwear because they so moist. But at the end of the day, she is just dirty at this point because she's behaving badly with the information we found later in this episode. Paula meets up with Meth McClain, and we saw this leak drop this weekend. And basically, it was just to get her to get on stand to see if she would help out with this alibi for Tariq. And she's like, hell no, I'm not getting on no stand. What I'm supposed to say? Why was I meeting up with Tariq? Plus, on top of that, she's basically saying Tariq had plenty enough time to get away and get back and still do what he had to do. But that wasn't the sole basis of this meeting. And did you guys see how Meth McClain took his damn ring off right before he went in there as if he was going to be able to get them draws again? Just like a dude, man. I'm sitting here like every man in America can relate to this guy. Just like a dude. He's not taking his ring off thinking he's going to impress her, get the draws, what may have you. And she's not impressed. She dumps the water on this $300,000 moccasins, walks away, shakes them hind parts. Had him looking like, man, that's a bad beat. Yes, she was, Meth McClain. And you done messed it up. You're going to have to move on. Tariq goes back to meet with Meth McClain. Basically, Meth McClain lets him know that the alibi with Paula is not going to work. We only got one option. Put your sister on the stand. Tariq is not feeling that at all. He's not. Because that can just go so many different ways, can traumatize the sister. And Meth MacLean's like, bruh, we ain't got no choices. This is what you got to do. But that wasn't the basis of this meeting. This meeting was called because of Tariq. Tariq's like, Lauren Baldwin had drugs in her drawer. Now, Cooper Sacks is over there acting like a flea on a dog, jipping around, biting, having a good damn time, not saying nothing. And he never tells Tariq what he knows. But as soon as Tariq leaves, Meth MacLean automatically knows what the hell Sacks is jumping around for. He knows Sacks knows something. And Sacks admits that he's seen Lauren leaving Jenny's office the other day, which automatically puts pressure on them because they feel like she's going to be a witness for the DA. Damn. Then we get everybody's favorite boyfriend, Everett, Mount Everett, answers the door after him and Drew just had a smash session. And look who we got here, Detective waiting to exhale, right here at the front door, wanting to know more information from Mount Everett about what happened with the attack on Zeke. Mount Everett's like, bruh, I don't know nothing, ain't in nothing, I ain't trying to have nothing else happen, you know? And the only reason he's doing that is because things have been patched up a little bit more with Drew. And you see Drew just listening around the corner like, let me see what this N-word gonna say. He gonna rat on my family a little more? And while Detective waiting to exhale is listening in, he sees all kinds of pairs of shoes and clothes and patent leather attire all on the floor and shit. And he's looking like, bro, what is going on in here? I see all these shoes and they look like male shoes. So you in here getting it in, huh? Who over here? Doing exactly what the hell the police do. Be nosy as fuck, never get nothing done. But at the end of the day, Everett gets him away from the door, goes back in there to Drew, and is trying to let Drew know that he's done with this whole thing. And in the next scene, this was very interesting. Zeke is having a meet up with his daddy. Now, I can't lie to y'all. This jumper Zeke got, that's really not a jumper. It's a tiptoe jumper because he ain't getting off the ground. That shit looks sweet as hell. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, end of the day, my man is only 2 feet away from the rim. That shit should look sweet. Look at him. His feet is damn near 5 feet in front of the free throw line, which puts him literally 2 feet in front of the rim. He should make every single jumper standing right there too. But I love them old throwback J's he's got. And as he's shooting that sweet jumper, who pops out from the bushes and he should be a little worried about stalking? Oh, Dante. Daddy Dante. That's going to be Mecca's new name, Daddy Dante. Dante Daddy, whatever y'all want to call him. He says to him, I like your Air Jordans, but I know one of them, if I has a size bigger. And Zeke is looking at him like, yo, how you know that, bro? Because it runs in the family. My shoes is the same way too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind because you don't get little innuendos like that for nothing. So we got that innuendo, and then we also get the big ass tattoo with the scripture from Ezekiel, which is how he got his name, Ezekiel. Now, Monet is going to be able to just talk down the Ezekiel part, but the half shoe part, that's going to definitely have to come back up again. You can't talk that shit down because that is as odd as someone with a blue eye and a green eye. That shit don't happen often, and it's going to come back. So you guys just stay tuned for that. Then we get Diana and Monet, and I'm still trying to win people over. You sad folks who done turned on Diana in favor of Monet, still talking about just a little snap of the neck. Had y'all mad with disrespect when overall the parent is creating just a whole environment of disrespect. I don't know how y'all still trying to gloss over that. But in any event, Diana sees a text that says, D, we need to talk about him. Nay. And you know Diana is very, very questionable right now in terms of what's going on with Monet, because Monet was tricked. Look at the look on Diana's face looking at her mama like, honey, you in here tripping again. What you up to? You using Zeke. You sending me to St. John's because you don't want me near Tariq when Stansfield has a whole better academic program than St. John's, but don't nobody want to talk about that disrespect. Yeah. Stansfield's accounting program is 10 times better than St. John's. You heard it here first on my channel. And she'd rather send her daughter to a worse academic facility, which is disrespect to her career, than to send her to Stansfield. She's going to send this girl to St. John. And Diana knows something is up with her tight-ass snakeskin shirt. She knows something is up. But you know what? Monet, you're going to have to get your hands off Diana because she's about to grow up in this episode. Then we get a scene where Jabari Reynolds has his story being played. And look at all the kids who's in here talking on this thing. Jackie, Brushandrea, Ashley, Scott, Lauren, everybody's in here talking. And Brushandrea had the funniest line to me. She basically was talking about how Professor Addiction was sleeping with all the penises, but she wasn't judging that part. You know, she was okay with that. She was fine. That ain't no big deal, right? And as Professor Addiction is listening to all that, who walks in? My boy Short Man Tate. And thank God he was there. And she's still looking at this dude right now like, what do you want? You want something. Well, of course he wants something. He's a damn politician. What do you expect? The dean of the school comes in and tells Professor Carey, there's rumors going around. I don't want you to come. Tate saves Carey's ass from this dinner about Jabari. He comes in and say it would be a scarlet letter if you prevented this woman from doing her speech because of rumors, because of all the things you think is going on. This is just craziness. You want to be dubbed as a feminist, anti-feminist? Tate saves her, and then she wants to know what does he want. He just want to get to the dinner. You know, he's trying to save his career too. But he better be glad, she better be glad he came in there and saved her, because that's exactly what my Short Man Tate did. Zeke is trying to pack to go see his mama. Monet won't let him. Monet is in there still lying, and y'all still caking up for Monet in that Diana situation. Monet is 10 times as worse. She lying to her own son, who done met his father. He's about to go see his mama to try to get answers. And Monet sits there and lies to him and tells him that his real daddy is in jail and that she's going to take care of him. My people, when y'all going to get off the Monet train? She is lying to this boy for her own personal gain to get out of the game. And what do you think this boy is going to do when he finds out all this stuff is a lie? He's going to run right back to the only place he has felt comfort, and that is into the arms of Professor Follow the Drip Addiction, Carey. And then that's probably going to preempt, a killing by Monet. And I could see this show crossing over with Tate's show Influence. It has to. These two are going to be in the same timeline. And I can just see stories going to that show, to this show, because he's going to run back to Professor Addiction. And I do believe Professor Addiction is going to be leaving this show going with Tate. And you know who's going to be sniffing right behind her? The NBA basketball player. And it wouldn't surprise me if some of these agents, like the agent that gave Zeke that card in the first episode, I have something to do with Influence, because a lot of those NBA agents have to deal with law firms, and a lot of them even do dealings with politicians behind the scene. So be on the lookout for that. Monet is so mad she rolls up on Dante. Like, bruh, why the hell are you doing that? I told you to stay away from my son. Dante said this is part of the arrangement. Monet basically is like, look, I don't need you. Zeke don't need you. Stay out of our life. Dante lets us know, first of all, me and you was both young. We had this kid. Monet was 16. He was 16. And that she is the reason he did not have a relationship with the child, because she is trying to claim he walked out to life when he was in jail. She didn't even do no research to try to find the daddy. Dude was in jail, and jail came to him and said, look, you want to do more jail or go to the military? My man went to the military, which explains why he's got all these military connections. And he ain't going away without a fight. I done told y'all that is not the face of someone who walks out of your life. Think about it like this. I keep saying this. He left Morse code with the damn trash cans. He stalked this woman to Can You Stand the Raid with one of his high-powered, high-dollar, good-looking Black Widow females. He woos you with a helicopter and shit, Monet. He buys out $1 million restaurant. And you really think he's just going to go away, Nene? Oh, no. Tariq meets with Tamika. And I love this lady, her character. I love her as an actress. She does a damn good job. Solid actor. And I just wish we could get a little more of her. She meets with Tariq. And Tariq actually comes clean with her because she's no nonsense lawyer. She's not taking this bull jive. And Tariq lied to her the last time and said that the dad was the monster, not him. And this point in time, she told Tariq that, look, I can do something that Davis can't do for you, which is make a deal. Tariq listens, and Tariq actually gave her the truth about some of his dirty dealings. And she's like, look, let's make a deal, and let's have you do 5 years. We can get you back. We can get your sister back with the grandma. We can get her also back with the people that she likes in foster care until we can get her back with the grandma. You do 5 years, you still got a lot of time to live life. Now, my question to you people is, would you have taken that deal? Is that something you would have considered? To me, I'm sitting here thinking like, man, hell, I know I'm young and all that, but 5 years is a long time. That's still a long time. I don't give a damn how young you are. 5 years of your life gone, that's a long time. And we know good and damn well the St. Patrick's don't do well in jail. And hell, we done seen the whole family go to jail except for Yaz and my sweet, sweet daughter that been killed that I miss, Raina. Them the only two in the whole family that ain't been to damn jail. So Tariq is actually considering Tamika's deal because this is the only way Tamika's going to help him.